So happy to have Cheat Codes here in the studio. So we have Kevy, we have Matt, and we have Trevor.
Hello.
So what brings you to New York City today?
You know, we're doing a couple shows this week. We're doing Izu and another show at Lavo. And yeah, we're also just promoting our new single with Russell Dickerson called I Remember. So we're excited.
That's so cool. I have so many questions because I'm going to be completely honest with you. EDM is the one format I'm like the least familiar with. Like I have been on the live music scene before, but I am always just mesmerized watching just different EDM artists perform live. It's such a cool thing. I don't understand what's happening. It looks like a lot of buttons. So like maybe you can walk me through like what is a typical night before your show? What does that look like?
Oh, before the show, you know? Well, I mean, we are kind of like more of a hybrid than like a normal DJ because we're DJing, we're also singing. We have live vocals as well. So yeah, but a lot of it's like making edits and mixes and you know, like remixes, how we want to do things live that's going to make sense for a festival and a club versus just playing the original version. Like,
do you agree or disagree that reading the crowd is more important in EDM?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Well, but we do a lot of different kinds of shows. We were just out on a cruise ship, actually.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What was that like?
So we had to change up our set for that.
You kind of need to know what kind of environment you're going to be playing to and what kind of crowd it's going to be, but you still also want to play your set and your kind of music. So just a matter of tweaking things to make sure that everyone's happy and you're still enjoying yourself as well, you know? So, but yeah, we had a great time on the cruise.
I was going to say, were you like going down the water slide and like...
Oh yeah, we went down some slides.
Yeah.
We tried out the spa. It was really nice. And they had all these sort of experimental like saunas and weird things like that, so it was cool.
Shout out Norwegian Cruise Lines. Shout out Frank Del Rio, man.
Yeah, we loved it.
Prima.
That's so neat. I have to say, you guys might be the most diverse artists that I have interviewed because you've worked with like everybody. And I guess it's safe to say, like when you show up to work, it's something completely different every day. And now you guys are going the country route.
For
and
sure.
Yeah, I mean, what's work? I mean...
what is work? I know we're
enjoy
lucky enough to say that.
Right.
But why country? Why now? It's just like such a shift, you know, from Demi Lovato and you know artists like that. And
well, we did a 3-part album where we did all 3 different genres like dance, pop, and more like emo, hip hop. And then the country thing happened by accident with a song called Never Love You Again. We were looking for a vocalist. It was meant to be more of like a dance, soulful kind of thing, but Little Big Town showed interest on doing the vocals, so we got them on the record. We thought it sounded amazing, and we're like, oh, speaking of genres we haven't done, country.
It seems like a challenge, although I guess like more and more artists are doing it. Like look at Zed and Maren Morris, like stuff like that. Why do we have to really define different types of music? But what would you say is your favorite genre to work with?
As of right now, I mean, it's been a blast working with all these country artists. They're just super easygoing, like very, very creative. The songwriting, is amazing. They're like the way they tell stories is like incredible, and the whole lifestyle behind like the country world is just a blast. And we've had a really good time hanging out in Nashville and hanging out with the artists on the album, and so we love it.
Well, you mentioned Nashville. Is it really as magical as they say?
I think so.
Yeah. You never been?
No, never. But don't they call it Music City?
Oh, it's the best. Yeah,
check out
awesome.
Santa's Pub. You know, do some karaoke. That might be cool.
Yeah, my friend Jackie was there.
Moving there.
I'm trying to go to Ashland City. Shout out Ashland City.
Right outside Nashville. So,
you got the hat. You're ready to go.
I'm ready. I'm in character.
You should see his truck.
It's
big.
big.
He's got a truck now. See?
Oh boy, you really are turning country.
Yeah, I think the culture, everything is nice, and everyone's so fun to work with. Honestly.
Yeah. So like, what was it specifically about Nashville that inspired you to make not just one song, but all of these songs? I
think kind of like what they were saying earlier is when we started working with Little Big Town, and then the next one, Lee Bryce and Lindsay L. Everyone like just how their workflow and everything was so proper and kind and like outgoing, you know, something different that we haven't really experienced as much of so far. But after that, it just led to another one, and then
Okay, so I have 2 other questions that are related and kind of technical, and maybe our listeners care about this, maybe they don't. But what is the process like when you bring in a vocalist? Are you there like with them holding their hand, watching this whole thing go down, or are they just like MP3ing you the tracks?
No, you know, that's the other thing too with country artists is like they're so A lot of them like start off as songwriters, you know, and then they get into becoming an artist later. So they're pretty self-sufficient, and they're usually good at their instruments and good at performing live and all these things. So yeah, for them, the vocals in the song is the easy part, and then we just kind of do production until like we're both happy with it. But for them, like kind of like you, they're not necessarily that familiar with EDM, so they're kind of just like, this is crazy, this is amazing, cool.
Yeah.
I know music, but EDM has always been this giant mystery to me.
But like, for example, like when we you know, did the song with Lee Bryce and stuff, like we got on the phone, we got on FaceTime and chatted a bunch about the song. And he was able to just kind of, he has like a studio on his bus where he just like, all right, I'm going to go record vocals real quick. I'll send you the files. Let me know if you need me to re-record anything. And we'll go from there. And I was like, all right. So it was just very, you know,
So chill.
seamless, you know?
So chill. Now, because I know there are 3 of you guys, but then you're collaborating with all these other artists. Do you ever have a moment where you're like, okay, that's like not the direction that I wanted to head in? Like, how do you diplomatically resolve any conflict, or is there any conflict at all?
Usually like rock, paper, scissors.
Stop it. What?
No. No, it's one of those things where like, you know, we always have to be happy with the song. And if there's ever a situation where we're just not, we won't probably use the song, you know? But with this album, everyone's been like super cool as far as going back and forth and making sure that everyone's happy and meeting in the middle. And it's been, you know, easiest as far as all the, you know, the projects we've done in the past. They've been really cool as far as like just making things easy and making sure that we're all just stoked.
How do you maintain the integrity of country music and not just make it just somebody who happens to be a country artist as a vocalist on an EDM record?
I think a lot of it has to do with the lyrics, because like it's almost similar like how hip hop is, where like the lyrics are more personal to them, like personal stories. So when we did the song with Russell, he kind of changed a lot. Like in the second verse, he talks about like seeing Third Eye Blind, but they never made it in because they're just like making out like in his truck basically. It was like,
wait, so do you just add the trucks to the lyrics? And
well,
then...
no, I'm just saying that was just like a specific lyric like from his life, you know, that's like personal to him. So it just made the song that much more special. And versus if he was just singing like pop lyrics that had nothing to do with his life, maybe he wouldn't want to be a part of it.
Yeah, I do find, and it's not like everybody, but in pop music, a lot of the times you have songwriters that are not the artists.
Right.
So maybe they're, you know, with your working with songwriters, there's just more of a personal touch.
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Can we talk about Dolly, the Dolly of it all for a second?
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, I love her so much.
Yeah, she's the queen.
She is the queen. Is she as cool as they say?
We actually haven't been able to meet her in person yet.
Stop it.
So I know, so we're waiting for that. But yeah, the song's incredible. Her voice is amazing, and being able to work with someone like her, who's obviously been a legend for so long and an icon, and not just music, but with everything, you know, songwriting. Well, not just, you know, her own music, but like writing for other people and acting, and just her brand in general is pretty incredible. So it's been a blast.
Yeah, I've only heard amazing things about her, and I'm so curious.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I know, that's going to be amazing for you guys.
Hopefully we'll hang out there in Nashville next time.
Yeah, no kidding. Go to Dollyland, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
I've been to the Dixie Stampede in Missouri, so
Wow.
it's like a whole thing.
It's all about Dolly over there.
I love everything you guys are doing. It's so cool. You guys are really hustlers.
Thank you.
Respect.
Thank you so
And
much.
do you have anything planned here in New York City before Electric Zoo?
Oh.
Nothing
know.
crazy.
Get some dinner.
Yeah,
get some
might
good
go to
food.
Soho
New York
House
has the
later.
best food, so.
Hey, listen, I know you've been very inspired by Nashville lately, but New York City has a lot to offer. So
we love New York.
if you could put it into one word, one thing about New York that inspires you, to put you on the spot.
I think just like the energy, and it just makes you not want to sleep, and it makes you want to like get up and be like right away. I feel like LA, you kind of like ease into your day.
I feel like I always want to sleep, but
Oh,
Maybe it's 'cause I live here.
When I'm here, I feel like I just want to get more done. I mean, even just all the stuff we've done today, we're doing a lot of promo for the record. It probably would have taken us 2 or 3 days in LA just because.
Spread out.
oh,
Yeah.
I see how it is. And you guys are still on California time?
Oh no, we're on Ireland time.
We're all
Oh
messed
my
up.
goodness, you poor things. We got to get you guys some food, get you guys some rest before the festival this weekend.
We'll be
Cheat
good to go.
codes. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us.
us.